Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding out inner Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or TD and Sarita Jakes. Come on. Can we get an amen in the pulpit? Oh, I guess why I am. Nerum, thank you.
I'm doing like Joe Osteen. God bless you. He don't say amen.
Joe Osteen don't say he don't say amen. He do say God bless you. Mm-hmm. Anywho, TD and Sarita Jakes have been married since 1981. Look at what a marriage and ministry can do. Whenever you see him, you see her. She be ride or die right there with them. They got that cheering. They got the Potter House, and they just show out. I listen to the Potter's House via podcast. And when I tell you TD Jakes be speaking a word, it took me a while to figure out TD Jakes was lit, though. Like, I feel like TD Jakes is really lit. TD Jakes is of the people. He's a Negro. And I think a few years ago, I didn't think he was a Negro. Like, when he was doing, like, Woman Aren't Thou Loosed?
Loose.
Whatever. When he was doing that whole movie and book club, I'm like, who is this black man mansplaining what we're supposed to do as women in the church, right? So from there, I was kind of like, I don't know if he the one for me. But as time went on, he be speaking a word, low-key, high-key. And you know who really speak a word? His family.
His daughter.
Come on. If y'all want to hear a word, y'all go hear TD Jakes' daughter speak. When I tell you sis lays it out and make it plain, she throws down. So I just love they love, they family love, the Potter House love, the pulpit love, all the above. What do you think about it?
Amen.
Oh, now you amen.
God bless you.
God bless you, Joe Osteen. Who is you?
I'm Nerum.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 57?
It's episode 57. It's Monday in this piece, y'all. How was your weekend? It was good?
I don't know. How was y'all weekend?
I'm asking them and you responding.
Oh, I thought you was asking me. I said, shit, you already know.
Oh, I'm asking the listeners.
Oh, well, how y'all doing? Y'all know y'all in y'all car on y'all way there? I know that
on your way to where?
Yeah,
work?
On your way to work. I know that asshole in front of y'all keep driving slow as hell.
Be like my mom. My mom still play Ludacris. Move, bitch, get out the way.
And so just patiently wait. You know what y'all got to do. Y'all know when y'all get in that fast lane during rush hour, it don't go nowhere. Y'all got to get in that. Y'all got to get in that slow lane. All the way over to the right.
I think it's the middle lane go the fastest.
No, it's the slow lane because that lane always got to move.
Yeah.
Because cars and shit always getting on it. Cars always getting on it and leaving. So that lane always got to move.
Nero, the folks didn't ask for no driver.
Hey, I'm giving them all types of advice here.
Okay.
You get love advice. You get directions. Whatever the fuck y'all need. Black Love Matters is a one-stop shop.
Okay. Thank you.
So if y'all are in rush hour traffic, go ahead and pull out your phone and leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating on Apple. I'm gonna say Apple Tunes on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's Black with no K. If y'all go to Black with a K, y'all ain't gonna find us.
That ain't.
Remember, it's BLAC.
Yes.
Love Matters. Amen.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless you.
What you got, baby?
Don't
You got to check
in.
Joe Osteen. You know, niggas still ain't fucking with him.
Joe Osteen had a word this weekend. He was talking about flooding. What is it?
He was talking about that hurricane. You know,
he was not talking about the hurricane. He had to bring it back. He made a good sermon.
When the hurricane came, the water broke.
It was a flood that had to break.
The water had to break like a baby.
Like a baby was coming. This is your rebirth, the flood. Don't do that to Joe Osteen.
Joe, people still homeless, man.
What? Leave Joel alone. What I got? Y'all, I got some new shit from the Bot Store Chronicles. I need y'all to really check me and get me in order and let me know if I'm out of pocket, okay? So as y'all know, we about to start seasonal hiring, right? So we're getting folks in. So it's picking up. So every week I got 2-3 new cashiers that we're training. We got a new cashier, and she has a service animal. Inclusivity, right? If y'all haven't noticed, my store is very inclusive. We kind of hire everybody, right? And at first I was like, oh, that's cute. I really like it. But now it's tap dancing on my damn nerves because we have a product or action that we need to be accountable for the outcome, right? But you hire these people who necessarily can't make the outcome happen. So how do you move forward in that? Separate episode. But fine, hire a service animal. Cool. You know, I'm culturally competent. I'm an advocate. When I think people with service animals, do y'all traditionally think of folks who maybe has a vision problem? This person doesn't have vision problem or anything, but maybe vision problem, difficulty in maybe walking,
seizures,
okay. Or even like PTSD, correct? Like a calming epilepsy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm rocking with it. I'm going with there, and I'm kind of reading through the paper. I'm like, well, what's going on with sis?
What she got?
She said she has her dog for stress and anxiety. So I was like, okay, first thing I'm like, oh, so is there like some type of PTSD? Like, was she in the military? Did she have some type of traumatic event happen? Nope. She just suffers from anxiety and just being around people.
So this bitch got a dog because of life.
Come on here. Stay with me because I'm trying to be on the right track with this, right?
All right. Come on.
So I'm like, okay. I'm not hating the game. I know things like this exist. Like, I know people have anxiety and being around people. But the question is, sis, why did you apply to be a cashier of one of the biggest chain stores in America if you don't like people and people brings you stress and anxiety around the fourth quarter, a.k.a. fucking Christmas season? Did that make sense?
Nope.
For you to apply for the job and or for HR to hire you for that job? It doesn't seem like your skill sets match the needs of the company.
Is she white?
Yes.
Okay.
So fine. This is me process. This is Nayan be going. I said, well, maybe it's low level anxiety, right? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's triggered by a particular event. I'm still rocking with it, but it's ticking the back of my head. She come out, y'all. Guess what type of dog it is?
Golden Retriever.
A Chihuahua.
Shut up.
No. And so I'm like,
your kid on Taco Bell?
Your kid on Taco Bell. And I'm like, okay. Not only did the Chihuahua come out, the Chihuahua is in full uniform gear. So the Chihuahua has a matching outfit like all of us and a name badge. First of all, they don't even get employees' name badges that quick. How the fuck did this dog get a name badge? Secondly, guess the name of the dog.
What?
Flower.
Oh, like a rose.
No, she checked all of us. Flower, because it's a boy. Flour.
Fuck.
Like the pantry ingredient. And she said if we could respect Flower's name and know that it's a boy and that is spelled Flour. Okay.
Like all purpose?
All purpose. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. All purpose. AP. That's what his nickname gonna be, AP. So I'm rocking with him, right? Mm-hmm. But then we got her training on the registers, right? And this dog, Flower, is shaking and scared of the people around him to the point where she got to pick him up. Ma'am, pause. I thought he's a dog for you. Who's service animal? Is you his service animal or he your service animal?
I thought he was a dog for you.
So right there, I said, there's some bullshit. I smell bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. That's not how it works with service animals. Is there some type of like his leash and harness didn't even look legit. It looked like she went to Joanne Fabric and had a black harness and just embroidered therapy dog on it, or what's it called? Service dog on it. Mm. The service dog I see, they got real jobs and shit. They be having vests on. Yeah. They be like, I'm working, don't pet me.
Yeah, these motherfuckers be having like bulletproof vests on and shit.
Yeah, like they work. They look like they're a service dog and they be mellow, right? Mm-hmm. They just sit down, do what they're supposed to do. This motherfucker's scared. And then she gonna say, oh, it just take him time to get used to the people. Ma'am, don't you have anxiety and stress when it comes to people? How you and the dog got stress and anxiety? Ma'am, this is not a service dog. This is your animal that you did not want to leave at home. I'm pissy about that. Am I wrong?
No.
The icing. So the next day, I'm digesting the next day, right? Mm-hmm. So she working a real shift. And Flower with her ass. I'm up at the front straightening some shit up. She further down at the checkout. I look up. I'm straightening some shit up. Who come look at me in my eye? I smell crackers. Guess who's there? Flower. Lick my shoe. I said, Flower, get back to your lane. And I pointed, and the dog looked like he turned around and went. That's where I went wrong, right? Then 10 minutes later, the lady, Flower owner, Flower's therapy human, because obviously it's the other way around, came up to me and was like, are you and Flower having a good time? I said, what? I said, I sent Flower back to you. And she said, oh no, he's not there. Flower's missing. Pause, fucking pause. What do you mean missing? Therapy dogs don't go missing. They're supposed to be trained to be with you.
To stay next to you.
At all times.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, all right, well, look, maybe Flower around putting some candy up. I don't know. Like, what? So I got all the cashiers looking. I'm in and out the bathroom, got service. Then I'm thinking, this dog done ran out the store and done got hit, just like that little Latino baby did. Almost. Then I'm thinking, shit, what if Flower mess around and get in one of these fitting rooms or mess around and get in the bathroom and go in another guest and be looking at them, right? So I'm thinking in my head, do I call my store manager and be like, Flower missing, honey? And I was like, I got to. So I called my store manager, and y'all already know who my store manager is. Big fella. We got a love-hate relationship.
Why big fella always there?
They always put me and big fella together. I don't know why. But I feel like whenever shit go down, me and big fella's the ones looking at each other. We the Negroes there, right? Mm-hmm. Who do you call the Negroes? So I'm on the line, big fella. He said, yeah. I said, a code yellow is when, or a code green, whatever this code is, code Tommy, is when a child goes missing in the store, right? He was like, yeah. Is there a child missing? I said, Flower gone. And he was like, who is Flower? I said, that's our service dog at the front. And he was like, y'all got a service dog? I said, yes. He was like, it's yours? I said, no, it's one of the cashiers. And so I was like, what's the protocol? He was like, hold on. Then he come back and he make everybody kind of come together for a group meeting, like it's a code for the babies missing, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody got to branch off and be like, we're looking for a dog. Everyone go. One smart ass had a nerve to get on there and say, can I get a description of the dog? Listen here, motherfucker. It should be no dogs just running in the store. If you see a dog without an owner, that's the one we need. Right. Okay?
Ain't no but dogs just walking around
the store.
Box store like that.
If you just see a dog walking, that's the one. Right?
Yeah.
So they finally found them. Where they find them? The dog food aisle.
Shut up.
Just looked like he worshipped and kibbled some bits. Just laid down in the aisle. He probably was overwhelmed. Ain't never seen a shit like this in his life.
He said, damn, all this food.
And I can't reach. I'm going to live here. So they called me. Big fella called me Nyambi. We tracked down so-and-so. They in aisle, blah, blah, blah. I come. I look at the motherfucker. I said, let's go. I had to pick him up, then return to the owner. And her, oh, Flower, it wasn't our break time. We don't get our 15 minutes yet. We go in a minute. Ain't that some bullshit?
That is some bullshit.
I said, you got to get a leash to tie Flower down to this register. He just can't be wandering around the streets and shit. What you think? Like, this is the first time I felt a way about it. And I know service dog and stuff are protected by the ADA, but there's no certification. I said, Flower need paperwork.
And that's the thing. You can ask them, what the service dog is for. You can ask for like the training, but you can't ask for no paperwork, no nothing. As long as they say it's a service dog, y'all just gotta go with it. My question is, why y'all putting her? Who was the person in HR to say, yeah, this is a good fit for her?
I think it's some white guilt going on in HR because we're hiring a lot of folks with some shit going on. Like some stuff where we might not, like, I understand, like, everyone should have a right to work and make money for a living, but you have to be able to do the basic skills we're asking you for. And not only that, you ain't even asked me how my cart attendant reacted to the dog. Y'all know I got a cart attendant with Down syndrome. It's gonna come to me. Nyambi, do you know we got a dog up here? I said, I do know. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Can I pet him?
No,
I said, no. I said, he's
dog.
working. He's working. He can't play right now. I said, maybe when he get off work, you can ask him. What am I doing? What is this? They challenging my work in advocacy. Because I turned into a white male Republican to be like, I need to see Flower paperwork.
And Flower ain't got no paperwork.
Flower don't got no paperwork. And for y'all out there who maybe know about service dogs, are they supposed to run off and shit and go shopping?
I thought they were supposed to like stay tight to the owner.
I thought they supposed to stay within 5 feet of their owner at all times. To the point, even if the owner dropped. That's why I wasn't stressed when she didn't come in with a leash. Because the service dog I seen is trained.
Yeah, they don't go nowhere.
The owner can drop the leash and walk down, and they going with them.
Yeah, the dog gonna pick up the leash and walk themselves.
I done seen service dogs in the bathroom and they owner go in the bathroom and they just stand right in front of the door. They like sit right in front of the door like a guard.
Right.
And then after a while they peek under, they be like, "Is you cool? All right. Well, let me know when you done." So I done seen them trained up like that.
Right.
But this flower, who gonna come lick my shoe? And then the owner got a nerve. I thought she was up here talking with you. Talking? I don't talk to dogs. What do you mean playing with this dog?
You playing you playing fetch with the dog.
Yeah, what you thought I was doing?
No, bitch, this is a service dog.
He working. He on the clock.
No, ho.
I need to give him something to do.
Right.
Take these hangers. What? He need a job. So I don't know what the long run gonna mean. With Flower, we gonna have to tie his ass up. I don't know if Peter like that though. What are they gonna do when it get very busy? Now we just a little busy, but when it get like where it's constant lines, what's I almost called him some. What Flower gonna do when that happen? Like how are we gonna do that? Because Flower not sitting his ass up in his lane.
Y'all know y'all can't fire her.
Oh no, that's against him.
They gonna have a big ass lawsuit against that ADA shit.
But for the folks out there, do you know anything about this? Ain't no regulations. Am I a bad person? That was the first time I felt like a bad person. I said, this is how white people must feel when they ask like brown people about certain things. Because I was like, something about this just don't sit right in my spirit. As soon as that dog licked my shoe. Damn, you don't got no thoughts on that? That's crazy.
I think it is crazy. I think it's crazy.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny.
You got to come up there one day.
Yeah, text me when next time Flower there.
I guess they got a limited schedule. I only work 4-5 hours at a time. But still, it's going to be the longest 4-5 hours of my damn life. Why? What you gonna ask me?
I'm still don't understand what was HR thinking on this. Like, yeah, she'll be a good fit as a cashier.
That's what I'm saying. We got other
like,
things.
what type of questions do they ask her? Like, so do you think this dog gonna sit down? Like, I don't know. What type of questions do you even ask?
The thing is, Flower don't got shit to do with it. As soon as she said she had anxiety, stress, and people, I don't think that's where you should be at the front. No. You need to be in the stock room.
You need to be somewhere where there's less people. You need to be in the back counting money.
Yeah, come on. You need somewhere quiet, right?
Yes.
And then if we need you, we'll call you. But not we constantly talk.
Y'all constantly under stress. Y'all got these crazy ass folks that just be cussing y'all out
for nothing. We got to be like Teflon, like have a good day.
Right. Now her ass shaking and Flower shaking,
peeing. Then big fella got the nerve to say, "Where did the dog go to the bathroom?" I said, "Shit, I hope outside." What do you? And then big fella, the Flower get breaks too. I said, "Not today, Satan." Not today.
That is a good question. Do Flower?
I'm not diving into it.
Or do Flower only go on breaks when
when her
owner.
service, when his service human say it's time. I don't know, y'all. Y'all keep me prayed up and y'all let me know what you think. The next thing I got is it's time for a new hairstyle. I done had braids for a few months, so I'm about to take them out, and I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to get a cut and style. You don't say I should get purple hair, like, and just do something crazy.
I didn't say purple hair.
And just blend in with the bots store culture.
But what I did say is maybe you should take a little bit more chances or experiment more with your hair, during the times where you was at not a boxer, but, a cubicle warrior that you wasn't able to because it was seen, it was deemed a little bit less unprofessional. So I would say, dye that shit, get some burgundy tips, get some blonde shit. I see the people that got like the, the afro and shit, and they got part of the shit blonde. Like, I don't know, try something.
See, that's the hard thing. Y'all natural girls out there gotta let me know. So if I dye my hair, it looks very different dyed straight than it does in the afro, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to decide which one I want it dyed as. But I might do like a not a honey brown, maybe a blonde. But I can do blonde in the summer, right? Maybe a mixture. You know how you can do like the blonde and the dark brown and get some highlights? I know that's going to make all my fucking hair fall out. I think I'm getting close to that big chop, ladies. Y'all know y'all had that point in your hair. You be like,
Again?
Yeah, I think it's time for that. I've only done one big chop. Like I've cut my hair.
Yeah.
But I mean big chop where like cut it off like a waiting to exhale Bernadine moment.
I know what you mean.
I haven't had one of those since I first went natural. Like I've cut 4 or 5 inches off at a time, but I still, you still got hair. I'm talking about a Bernadine where everybody be like, "No, Bernadine, your hair's so beautiful." I love waiting to exhale. All right, Miriam, what's going on with you?
I don't have as interesting stories as you do.
What do you mean? It ain't shit interesting. That's my life.
I know that's
not
your
interesting
life,
at all when I was living it.
Laugh at your pain.
Yes, please.
So I'm just working, doing my job with the tech company and things of that sort. So, for most of y'all, like my job is part like social media manager, community engagement, things of that sort, making sure people are engaged within the app and things of that sort. And another part of my job is like event planner. So actually hosting events and bringing people off the app and off the computer into like actual places to, try out different things and things of that sort. So just working on my first event, and it's kind of interesting to like go to different restaurants and be like, hey, I'm near them, and I'm with such and such, and they be like, oh, really? Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Help us, Lord.
I was like, I'm quite impressed with your cuisine. I'd love to.
Oh, Lord. Near them.
So, just working on that, and it's very interesting. So, I got my first event. We want to do it like in a couple of weeks, maybe in 3 weeks. So, just going around and pitching different venues and figuring out where that's going. It's kind of interesting, figuring that out. For our school, I finished my first paper.
Thank God.
And it was like
pulling teeth. Well, this is not your first paper. You mean for this class?
Yes, for this class. And it was like pulling teeth. I just wanted to be like, you know what? I'll take this. I'm supposed to went to the professor and say, you know what? This is my last class. What do I need to do to get a C out this bitch? I need the bare minimum. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm done. I'm done with school. I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I can't sit in nobody else's classrooms. It's almost to the point where it's like I know more than the professor.
Yeah.
Just off of life experiences, me doing the social media shit and things of that sort. It's just crazy. I'm like, you know what? I got this shit.
Yeah.
So, did that. My cousin, working with my cousin's clothing line. So she does this Instagram boutique type thing. Lifestyle, and she's killing it. She's fucking killing it. So now she's selling furs.
Yeah.
And
we love a fur.
I'm practicing on my photography skills and shit like that. So I'm over here shooting these pictures. And this girl came up with like 6 different furs. Like,
come on. Sickening.
Like, how many looks you got? Like 10. 10 looks? The fuck?
Come on. It's like with your senior pictures and everything.
Right.
Come on.
And she just over here taking pictures with me in my red bottoms. No, you know what? Okay. And then she got one fur that got her name like in the fur.
Yes.
I said, where do I get mines from, cousin?
Don't you want
She's
one?
talking about all these custom mades. Just tell me your size, your measurements, and tell me what you want on it.
That's hilarious.
I'm about to have a custom made fur.
I want a stole. I don't want a whole fur.
I'm gonna have a fur. That bitch gonna be down to the ground and on the shoulders.
Sable to the
from shoulder to shoulder. It's gonna be like near them.
Okay, come to America. Negroes, we like a fur. I thought you vegan.
Hey, I'm vegan for the health benefits.
Oh,
I ain't got to the whole animal care and all that bullshit because I still like a good
as
fur.
Me and Nia say, we eat ham hocks, shop at Walmart, and wear furs.
And I hear you. I just don't eat ham hocks right now. Yes. But I do wear fur and I do shop at Walmart. So,
yes,
some things going on. Like I said, I'm not for animal rights right now. Maybe that'll come later down the line.
You said right now?
Right now.
You stupid.
And maybe that come later down the line. But y'all got to remember, I'm from Detroit. So I love a good pair of gaiters.
Yes.
Wood Cartiers.
Yes.
And a fur.
Yes. It's classic. It doesn't.
That is a classic Detroit wear.
Yeah, nice and overdressed.
Yes, you get the gaiters with the
to church or the market. It doesn't matter.
With the eyeballs on the side.
Oh my God, no!
It looked like you just got that.
Terrifying.
It just looked like you just walking with they mouth.
Jesus. Nah, I don't co-sign that. I like a good gator bag and shoes, but I don't want their eyes on it. That's good and it's terrifying.
That is fly as fuck with the gators with the eyes on the side.
Okay, Jesus, that's terrifying.
So, just doing that. And, as we get more into stuff, one of the things I was just thinking about doing is starting a photography Instagram and showcasing some of the pictures. Maybe I can get a little side hustle going on with the.
Yeah, and I think even it's good to have brown people doing it because, our light's different.
Yeah.
Our lighting, our angles be a little bit different. And not saying that white photographers can't do it, but I think it takes white photographers time to be more intentional and thoughtful with it compared to, I don't know, I think it would be more intrinsic coming from a brown photographer that knows that certain lights. With Beyonce, blue lights don't look good on black girls.
Exactly.
Don't put them blue lights on
Don't put that blue light on
Who does a good job with black lighting is Insecure. All of them, because they're all chocolate in different complexions, right? And the scene, that lighting change depends on what type of chocolate it is. So I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
So, I think it's kind of cool because I'm actually like developing my eye when it comes to that because, her boyfriend was there. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't see how you can do it in there. I'm like, how did you see that? Like, I'm looking through the camera, looking through the lenses. It's like, man, you got flyaways or, this pose just does not look right in the, in the frame and all that stuff. So, I'm really big into like the technical aspect when it comes to like photography. Yeah. So it was fun. Nice. The other thing is, what's going on with these white folks in fucking Charlottesville?
They monkey asses is back with the motherfucking tiki torches. What the fuck is going on in Charlottesville? And why is that the Mecca? Why they keep coming back?
I don't. That's my question. Why they keep coming back? Because they tried their ass in Boston.
You know what? I don't give Boston they props enough on that one. But Boston shut that shit down. The police chief, the mayor, the councilman, all the white people from the South End, the Italians. Everybody was like, "Take your ass from here." Go. What Phaedra say? Go away from here with that.
Go away.
Go away from here with that.
Boston say we not like today. Our racism covert.
We don't do overt here. Now, if you got some covert shit, with hiring practices, come on.
Teach us that, but don't come on here with these covert shit.
No, we don't do torches.
It's like when we was at apple picking, and there's like any rednecks in here,
and somebody was like, no.
So what's going on with Charlottesville where they think they're able to come back?
Honey. That's
they talking about this 3.0. We done did this 3 times, and every time it's just a little bit more
August
successful.
And then they read also when I read that article that like the black students was like, shit, we got to study. It's midterms.
Yeah, midterms is coming up.
So they can't even fight the battle like they want to
because they got to stay
supposed to study. This is what I'm talking about. They're trying to fatigue and wear people out.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think it was the mayor of Charlottesville who went on his Twitter was like, he told them to literally go home. I think he was like, you're not welcome here. You're despicable. Go home. He said, I'm seeking counsel. Like one of my folks who live in the condo. I'm seeking counsel.
I'm seeking counsel.
And legal direction on how to get you to stay away.
To get y'all the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So for all the people down there, what's going on?
Yeah, how they come. And I'm glad it didn't get as much news publicity, honestly. I don't want to talk about it too much. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they realize no news. Sometimes you can't pay attention.
Right.
To that shit. And because they're doing it for media attention, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing it for aware. So, the more you kind of look away, ignore it, hopefully they don't come back no more. But still, damn. What did y'all do?
So y'all white boys,
sit down.
That was fucked up.
Down, ain't it?
Yeah, so that's my update, baby. You got some pillow talk?
Yes. Well, let's start with Scandal.
Okay.
So, Scandal, y'all, we watched that season premiere.
That shit was good as hell.
It wasn't good? So, first of all, am I the only one here for Olivia Pope hair? I'm the only one here for bra strap blowout?
That's what it's called?
Well, it's like bra strap length, I would say. And it's a clean little blowout, giving me doobie wrap realness. Like, it's very doobie wrap. Like, before, Olivia was giving you, like, shoulder length, old school bob. Like, not bob, wrap. Just a little older, right?
Yeah.
But now the length give it a little youth to it, right?
Okay.
That's on. I mean, she ain't coming up there with highlights and all that, but it give it a little. I don't know. What's it called? Nicki Minaj when that weave swing down. It's like the longer the weave get, the little bit the younger.
Yeah.
Is that no?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I like that. I thought it was everything. The outfits though were okay, because usually Olivia Pope be serving you some office chic, give it to him realness, but she had on like a lot of throws. Blankets. Did you notice that? Like she had a lot of. Is she pregnant again?
I don't know. Maybe she's trying to get some of that baby weight off her.
No, Kerry Washington looks great. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. Maybe
she actually looked too skinny.
I'm just saying she got all these throws and shit. Maybe she got a little pooch.
Like Kerry Washington, because she got like big eyes and big lips and stuff. So like I feel like she done lost so much weight. Everything is so much more pronounced. Like I'm like, sis, what's going on? Kind of like Wendy Williams. You like?
I was gonna be like, somebody interviewed Kerry Washington. Kerry, how you got this weight off? Oh, I just breastfed. Like Tiana Taylor.
She don't got no baby weight left on her, but she had like a lot of blankets and shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where she'd be like wrapped up and just glided over her like that. I never can pull off. So if I buy a long ass blanket like that, it's hanging or look raggedy or look dingy. But I love the theme that they have of kind of like woman power. So like her and Melly, but really low key, this was Olivia's world. And it also brought the idea of like this white woman versus black woman, right? When it come to feminist thought. So it was a common theme of woman power. So there's a woman in president. I like how they ain't waste no time. They said Luna ass dead. We voting Cyrus monkey ass in as normal. Free college for everybody. We keeping this shit rolling, right?
Right.
So I really enjoyed that. And even how, Olivia coming through like, it's new sheriff in town. We're not doing that shit how them old ass white men used to do the shit. We ain't killing motherfuckers every time we want some. We're going to try to have conversations with people. And what really hit the fan was one of the plots was like someone's like a CIA operative was lost in like a country. And, Jake, of course, what is he? I lost the train of thought.
The Lawrence of Scandal.
He is the Lawrence. Jake is the Lawrence of Scandal.
A fuck boy who thinks he's a good guy.
Oh my God. Yes. But I'm talking about his official title, Secretary of State.
I don't know what the hell he is.
He's the one over the Army, like helping with like
Admiral. Admiral.
Yeah, I'm losing the train of thought what it's called, like with our overseas relationships, like international relationships, right? So his advice is, you don't get people who are spies. Once somebody is a spy, they gonna turncoat. And you don't bring them back home. You fucking kill them, right?
Mm-hmm. He's the current director of NSA.
Yeah. So that's like the security, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's the one. He's like, no, well, motherfuckers, when you get exposed as a CIA operative, they know you fucking die. You ain't coming back home. That's it. And so Olivia Pope was like, nah, bitch. And then he was like, well, don't tell the prison, don't tell anything. Let me try to work. He's like, try to figure out, get him home without killing him. But then Jake, in his white male privilege, and the way he do it, he go above her head to Melly, the president. And Melly was like, well, we gonna kill him. Mm-hmm. And then here go Olivia, fucking Popes with an S, who gonna find a way to get him home by threatening. She was a killer in this episode, honey. She told that president of that country,
everybody.
She told that man country, I kill all these little brown kids if you don't bring this person home. Family important to us too. Now try me if you fucking want to. Bitch, swings here, walk away. And he got that man home, right? And so Melly was like, bitch, who the fuck is you? Basically, listen here, black wench. I'm the president. White Melly. White Melly with blue eyes. I'm the president, ho.
Listen here, nigga wench.
What
I don't know who the fuck you
think you are. But I'm the president of the United States.
And she like, I don't know who you think you are, but bitch, I'm B613. I'm command.
And then Carrie swung her head and said, bitch, I'm in the readings of Baldwin. And I am not your nigga wench. You are mine. Why you laughing?
Because you stupid.
and she read her for fucking filth. And said, hey, bitch, don't you want to be great? Or do you want to be an asterisk? AKA, I took that as they impeaching your ass or they killing your ass. Either way, I can make both happen. It depends how I feel. Ooh. Didn't you take that as an asterisk? So that means
do you want to be Mount Rushmore or do you want to be an asterisk?
So Mount Rushmore, I'm thinking they're going to get her MLK monument out in the way boondocks of DC that take forever to get there. Or do you want to be assassinated or impeached? Because I'm going to make that shit happen. And what Melly with the blue eyes say? A monument?
I want to be a monument.
She said, so if you want to be a fucking monument, bitch, I'm the HNIC in this motherfucker. Okay?
Don't your ass take no man's word over my word.
And then when she said that, I said, come on, sis. She said, how dare you take another man's word? A man who been running these countries for hundreds of years don't know what the fuck they doing over what I say. I'm always right, bitch. It hurts. I know, but know and trust I'm right. That's some pimp shit. She basically said, trust in me, honey, not the Lord. If I was Melly, I'd be like, I only trust the Lord. She said, trust in me. And what Melly do? Shake her head.
Hell, what else she gonna do?
I said, come on, Olivia Pope, Carrie Washington. You better act. Shonda, you better write.
Are we not gonna talk about Papa Pope and how he was like, girl, you think you happy?
I was going to talk about that, but I do want to get back to that black versus white woman feminist.
Okay, what you got?
Liv, don't trust that white woman. No matter what, no matter how many Mount Rushmore, Mount Olympus, Robert E. Lee statues she says she's going to be, don't trust her. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't even think Melly mean it to that extent, but you can't trust them.
It is interesting to see how feminist collides. Yeah. I think, because
I think they both want the same thing, but how they gonna get it, I don't know.
It's totally two different thoughts.
Two different thoughts on that. But what was you saying about Papa Pope?
Papa Pope was just speaking that real. You said you think you're gonna do it this way.
Oh, reading his sonnet. What is that cadence he used? Do he talk like that? Could you imagine you had a parent who talked to you like they're reading poetry from Langston Hughes?
I'm gonna start practicing because I'm gonna start getting monologues like Papa. Do you ever think?
It's like a haiku. He reads
I'm going to let you know that everybody wants to kill Command and everybody wants to be Command.
But
you would never have all the power. Never. And that's what's gonna eat you up, Olivia.
Yeah, but he says it in like this, I don't know, like the way he says
it's almost like a Broadway play every time.
I mean, that's his theater training, but shit.
Where you go practice that at? What schooling you go to get that? I think he
went to Juilliard. Yeah, I think he formally trained.
I can't afford Juilliard.
And
they got a master.
You got to get in. What you mean a 4? You got to get in.
Them niggas got a master class.
You talking about a 4? You got to get in. Shit. They just don't accept niggas off the street. People work their whole life to get in. Shit,
I got talent.
Okay.
I DJ. I podcast.
Them letters we get.
Hey.
That's a part of your acting.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get past the speech impediment.
You stupid. But Papa Pope read her and told her, and where's the lie? My base takeaway from Papa Pope is a hard head make a soft ass. Amen. And that's what they said. Or Nyambi's favorite, if they gonna do it to me,
they'll do it to you. You spent your whole life. Look, you was like Olivia. You spent your whole life. You spent these last 4 seasons trying to take me down as Command. You think somebody ain't gonna try to take your ass down?
You don't think it's Command? Olivia Pope Jr. out there trying to do the same to you, sis?
You think that? Do you think that shit ain't gonna happen?
Do you think you the fastest, prettiest thing out here?
No.
That's kind of scary.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like from her perspective, which like I'm right. That's kind of scary.
Because she at the top now.
She at the top.
And when you're at the top, there's always somebody that's always trying to take you down.
Yeah, I say when you're at the top, ain't nowhere to go but down.
Exactly. She at her peak.
Woo!
She didn't peak.
That's a scary place to be.
Yes.
You know, it's a beautiful and a scary place to be when you a peak because you know how to bow out gracefully.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Where the fuck is Fitz?
I want Fitz back. Y'all got on me. I know. I like Fitz as an actor and a person. Like the real person who plays Fitz. I don't know his name.
Oh my, Fitz. Ain't he like that nigga from Europe, ain't he?
I'm not sure, but I like him as a human. Whenever he interviews, I always connect to him. Because I think they asked him like black women now. Like he was like, I think black women are some of the most beautiful women on earth. I'm honored. I'm like, what'd you say, Fitz?
Oh my God.
But Fitz is in Vermont.
That nigga just told y'all pretty and you.
Hey, wait the fuck. When was the last time the nigga said we was pretty?
Baby, I tell you pretty every day.
Okay, you trying it. I miss Fitz. What else is going on? They're trying Cyrus. Did you see how Olivia tried him again and was plotting? I was going to say, Cyrus got to be smarter than that. So who this white woman going to talk about? You can be the king. Don't you want to be the king?
See, Olivia was testing his ass. And I was like, something ain't right about this.
But Cyrus is the Hillary Clinton in this. Mm-hmm. Cyrus should be the president.
He should be.
He's Hillary Clinton.
But you know.
And what do you say? You check the boxes. You gay. You got a black baby. She was going. You been wrongfully in jail.
She was caping hard for that nigga. And I was like, something ain't right about this.
Yeah, where you come from?
The way she was caping hard for this nigga.
Yeah. Or even the conversation he had about like, us Democrats been fighting for at least 50, 60 years to get free education, right? Mm-hmm. And we finally got a president in a Congress that's somewhat supported. Why are you holding up on this? And that white bitch. I don't think that's the part she was playing on. When she was like, it's ours and we're not letting the Republicans take it. Mm-hmm. When she said that, I believe some niggas do that. Yeah. In Congress and in everyday life.
Yeah.
Talking about, we ain't letting them have that.
Hell no.
We gonna fight that and then we gonna come back and do it later.
Hell. That's why fucking 45 or so pushed about this Obamacare. Because he wanted to do it first.
Damn.
That's why the Republicans are mad.
Because they didn't get it first.
They didn't get it first.
Or figure out how they can do it first.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was something that spoke to my heart about folks. Who would just shut some shit down that was good for the people. But because your ego in a way.
Hell, that's one of the 48 laws of power. Things that you can't achieve, you despise it.
Oh, that's really?
Yes.
Things you can't achieve, you despise it.
Yeah, you despise it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's why white people are so envious of us?
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Because they can't achieve our greatness.
What else is going on? Quinn and Associates. She started from the bottom up. Quinn pregnant. She got the redhead one and Huck crazy ass and her baby daddy. And they just trying to live, honey. I got my eye on that because Olivia, I don't know if she fully going to let that go either. Mm. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she let it go, but not all the way. Like, even Quinn was naive to think that thinking that killing that man wasn't an option for Olivia. Mm. So Quinn's not even the mind frame that I have to keep my clients' best interests at hand. Like, she's assuming Olivia's gonna have their best interest, but that ain't Olivia's client.
No, and they
Olivia's
ain't
client is Olivia's client is Olivia.
Yeah.
I'll argue she ain't serving the country, honey. Even though she believes she is.
No, she's serving B613.
No, she's serving her motherfucking self.
That's what I said, B613.
That's just her, huh? Come on. And when she told, I'm telling you, this is a word, Nero. You said Jake is the Lawrence of Scandal.
Yes.
When she just coming to fucking him and leaving him. Come on.
And she said, I got comfortable. And you got comfortable to ever think that your ass can go around me.
Hey, it's a word.
So no more pussy for you.
Bye, bitch. All right. How to Get Away with Murder. What you think?
This was the longest therapy session ever.
It was a little painful.
The way she was just sitting there talking to this dude, I was like, are we going to be done with this therapy session?
No. We'll go and play. What else you thought?
I think what's interesting is how they was trying to uncover the past of this woman and how the justice system just don't give a fuck about us as a people and things of that sort. And, how there's like, well, her file is sealed and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. And, and then, Olivia got the hookup and she got his file and it's like,
No, Annalise.
Oh.
You talking about Olivia.
Look, she done got her files. I mix them up together. I feel like they're the same people. Then got them because she didn't got the hookup and got those files, and then found out that judge was doing what? That judge was sending all the white girls to treatment, but sending all the black girls to
because she was
jail.
a prostitute, and so she charged her for being a prostitute at the age of 13 or 14.
It's like, how is she gonna be at 13?
Just need help,
right? So how's she just gonna be a willingly prostitute at 13?
And even if she was, that's a minor. You're supposed to try to rehabilitate.
Right.
Her. Come on.
And so she's like, I think you should do what? Recuse her whole history.
Right. Yeah, she said, wipe all this shit clean because you ain't did right in the first place. I stood up and started clapping. I was like,
God damn.
That's the lawyer I need. You back, sis. You back, sis.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes. The other thing I thought was interesting was Laurel plotting on her daddy. Well, I guess we should all them kids start doing them interviews. Child. They trying to get them a job.
I used to hate those type of formal interviews.
I hate those job circuses.
Where they like put your ass up for cattle and shit.
And all the higher ed, all them at our conferences, OPE, like I hate that bullshit. It's trash.
It is.
It is like, how do you really do a good interview in 20 minutes and you just keep going around? It's not an interview. It's who can bullshit the best.
Exactly.
So you hiring the best bullshitter. Anywho.
So McKelly done got this got the internship at the firm that Laurel's dad is represented by.
Yes.
And
Laurel,
Laurel
already telling you a killer if you just got a whole firm on standby.
And Laurel is like, I'm glad you got it. Take them because my daddy killed Wes and we gonna take his ass down.
And Michaela got an undercover low key alcoholism going on. So she was buzzed. And she was like, what?
Exactly.
You get down the tone with Michaela.
Yeah.
She kind of low key drunk.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Frank, my nigga Frank. When Annalise gonna forgive Frank?
And Frank is always in the corners. I always got your back.
Annalise. I love Frank.
I got you, baby girl.
I love Frank. He always there, ride or die. And then Bonnie. No, the big piece was here. Who the fuck died? So did the baby die or Annalise die? Well, this is what I'm talking about. Every time I be rocking with How to Get Away with Murder, shit making sense. Now I don't understand. Okay, so at the end, again, the last 90 seconds is where I'm going to just stop watching it because that's what I get confused about.
Uh-huh.
So the last 90 seconds, we figure out that other Mexican guy, I thought that was a girl daddy, but it's really Annalise's therapist that's working for Laurel daddy, going to come. And then we fast forward from there and we go back to Annalise's apartment and it's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
So is the baby dead and Annalise dead?
I don't know. So that's my question too. Because Laura was like, like I said, she keep holding her stomach. Like, where's my baby? Where's my baby?
Yeah.
So it's like, did somebody take that motherfucker out? Yeah. What happened? Did she have the baby?
She can't go too far.
Exactly. So that's my thing.
Walk.
She woke up and then Frank was there and then the baby ain't there.
Yeah.
So where's the baby?
I don't know.
Is the baby dead? Is people trying to get away with murder of a killing baby?
That's not right. I don't want to play.
I don't know who's dead this season.
I don't want to play that game.
Who got murdered? Can y'all send us an email or a voicemail to let us know?
Just put it on Twitter. Just Tell me.
Twitter, who got killed? Was it Annalise? I need to figure out who murder they trying to get away with from this season.
Yes.
Is it the baby? Is it Laurel's baby? Or is it Annalise? Or is it somebody else we don't know yet?
It's probably somebody else we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because it's too much. Maybe Laurel Daddy.
I don't know. Anything else you got about?
Oh, no, I said, is Wes not dead?
Wes is dead, baby.
Oh, okay.
Anything else we got?
His body.
Yes.
Oh.
His ass is fried up.
Oh, Lord. That's it for me.
That's all like.
Come on, do we got anything like Black Love, Red and What we gonna talk about?
So I guess a good topic to talk about today. I was reading this article and it was talking about the lack of love when it comes to Mr. Nice Guys and like nice guys feeling last and the guilt that follows.
For the women or the man?
Both. For the women and man are like, A, for being a nice guy, but also these women being like, they ain't no good man out here. I want a man at X, Y, and Z, but you got these nice guys out here and they don't fit the everything. That nigga might have the degrees, the nigga might have a good job, but he ain't exciting or,
Did you say exciting?
You know how these girls do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you said girls. I thought you were going to say something else.
What you thought I was going to say?
Nothing.
So, just thinking about that, the article was very interesting and just talking about, how, these most exciting guys or like baller types or whatever, things that sort ain't necessarily the nicest guys, and they ain't been through or, even provided these other things to, be the nice person and things of that sort. Like these guys are usually the fuck niggas that people
first
are.
Define what you think is a nice guy. What do we mean by nice guy?
I think for most people, they're like, oh, I think a nice guy is a person who, got a degree, a 2-parent household.
Niggas people friends on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, niggas people putting friends on versus a nigga you can fuck on the first night.
Yeah. I mean, I go back and forth with this. So whenever I'm coming from a female perspective, I try to get on these ladies and say, your words don't match the behaviors you want. Mm-hmm. So if you say you want X, Y, and Z, and then when it's presented to you, you treat them like trash, I say it's something else going on. Like what do you really want? What does this really mean? And I always say that then leads to an adjustment of expectations. Now, I know we talking about Mr. Nice Guy and all that good stuff, but there has to be an adjustment of expectation and standards. I think when people hear me say or folks say you need to shift or change your expectations or standards, folks that means you need to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. I don't mean that, but I just mean over time they should change and evolve. So your expectations and standards of a partner shouldn't be the same when you were 18, 25, 35, 45, 55. Mm-hmm. Your needs and wants are going to shift. And I think you have to be open for that. Meaning, maybe when I was a baby in my teens, early 20s, I want them to be fly. I want them to do X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. I want them to have a degree, Yeah. But when I'm in my mid 30s, some of that might shift a little bit. So when in my 20s, a degree was very important because that's the space that I was in and being ambitious. And if I'm being ambitious, that's what it looked like to me. Mm. And the options that you have in that age range, that's what shows ambition, right? Going to school, getting a degree, like trying to figure out your path. Now, when I'm 35 or something, I don't necessarily know if a degree will be make or break. However, having a clear idea of a career path and choice is important. Right? Mm-hmm. So, I think that's what changed. So in my early 20s, a degree to now, it's like, you don't necessarily have to have a degree. But if you don't have a degree, I need you to be able to do X, Y, and Z.
So my question is like,
Does that make... Yeah. And then even as we get older. So when I'm 45, 50, now it's going to shift some more. I'm not asking about no fucking degrees. Do you have a 401k or a retirement fund?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
A retirement fund. I don't give a fuck what HU you went to. How we gonna retire together, right?
You say you don't care what age
we too old for that to be shouting out colleges. We too old for that. I ain't going home. I'm donating to college. Things just shift, and I think a lot of times folks be at the age where you on the borderline of both check boxes. Mm-hmm. When you want one thing, but you really need another, and you have to be honest with yourself. What?
So, my thing is like this whole conversation, like I want a man that's equally yoked or yes. I want a woman that's equally yoked. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with just having somebody who's supportive, complimentary to you?
I mean, I think that's what equally yoked means. Mm. I think sometimes when people say equally yoked, I think they really want somebody that's better than them. But I think they don't know what that really means. Equally yoked, I don't know how to say this without coming off real shady.
Well, be shady.
No, but when somebody like, I want someone equally yoked to me, I think sometimes you got to look at yourself. I think some people feel confused about their yoke. I think some people's yokes is aspired.
Oh.
Well, we talk because a lot of the cis bro cousins I talk to talking about I'm looking for a man X, Y, and Z, and I'm only in track of X, Y, and Z. Well, sis, let's look at your credentials. Maybe you the type of man you want, right, or woman you want, you ain't checking the boxes for them.
Hey.
And then what happened there? So a lot of times we don't look at the expectations and standards for our own damn self. But oh my goodness, I'm not going back.
My question is this: what's wrong with the dude who's a plumber? What's wrong with the dude who's a engineer or a sanitational engineer and things?
And he making coins.
He making his coin. He take care of his family.
Yeah.
Or what's wrong with the nigga who working 9 to 5 and just take care of his mama and don't necessarily like the club scene and all this other stuff?
Nothing, but you have to be. It's a personal thing. Whenever dating comes up or meeting people or partners, folks don't realize how much is really about them and not the other person. Mm-hmm. It is so much about you and not the other person. You have to be okay within yourself with that. Because a lot of times the sisters I know who have these degrees, who are very really highly educated, who have very successful in their careers, they don't want to say that their man is a plumber because they're embarrassed. Mm-hmm. That's why.
But what's wrong with that?
Because they want a Barack on their arm. But they really don't know that plumber is a Barack.
It is a Barack. So,
come on. But then they go to D.C. and get these shady Negroes with all these degrees like thermometers, but treat them like trash. Treat them like a Ivanka. What's our first lady name? Her name? Melania.
I don't know.
And they get treated like Melania.
My thing is this, and
you
even
can't
thinking
be
about
Melania
that,
and get a Barack.
And even thinking about that, baby, like I hear a lot of people, talk, even DC L takers, like, these niggas with these degrees always be looking for pussy or always feel like, since they got a degree, I need to get on my knees and suck their dick and blah, blah, blah. And the reason why it's that way is because y'all niggas put these motherfuckers, y'all put the degree, the person with the degree on a fucking pedestal.
And they end up taking care of them. I know more women who taking care of men with degrees than the opposite.
Say that again.
I know more women who are taking care of these men with degrees than vice versa. Then say cis with a degree with someone who has more of a job that's more trade related. So say cis got a degree, right? And bruh's a plumber. Bruh's an electrician. He's a contractor.
A mechanic.
He's a mechanic. Come on.
So I think that's the problem too, and that's the disconnect where y'all the ones that really put these niggas on a pedestal.
Supply and demand. Come on.
Y'all put these niggas on the pedestal with the degrees and everything like that, and then when the nigga be like, oh, I'm pretty, y'all want me, I'm in demand, well, fuck it then. I want the pussy, or I want whatever.
I'll settle down in my 50s.
Yeah, because I know that y'all want me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a black unicorn.
Come on. And then when you get older, see that age put that wisdom on her, you realize he ain't no unicorns, ain't nobody gonna want him. Then he got to deal with, what's her girl name from Insecure to tell her?
Oh, yeah. Tasha.
Tasha. Then he end up with Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cycle.
Exactly.
It's a cycle. So when I see that nice guys, like I think it's some self-introspection that we have to do as brothers, cousins all over the world, and really the idea of looking at expectations and standards across the board and looking at expectations and standards of ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like I think that's a huge conversation because I think it shifts and it looks different.
And I also think like the whole thing of like what you have in your head versus what's reality.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing too.
It's
like
the ego.
Because it's like, I want to do that, love the Lord, got a bachelor's, a master's or better, making $60,000, $70,000, over $100,000 or more, drive a nice car. I want a nice house with white picket fence, 2.5 kids, a couple dogs, and all this other shit. And it's like, we're
and can lay the pipe.
Yeah, and lay the pipe.
Yeah, and
eat the coochie right. Yeah. We travel
and don't like his dick suck.
Don't like his dick suck, and you want that nigga to be faithful.
And he cook.
And you don't want him to have no interest in having like a polyamory type of thing or no open relationship.
He like Lifetime movies.
You watch Lifetime movies. He fix your car. If the heat go out, he fix the heat.
He can't be. He not Jesus.
You want these niggas to be everything, and then you get a nigga with a degree. Like, okay, I guess I'll give him the pussy.
That's enough. where he'll have everything else but not that degree. But I
Right.
think that key is that degree. I think it's the degree and the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key point that gets folks. I mean, that's all I got on that. Now, Aaron, what else you got?
That's what I got on too. Well, I got you, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Well, actually, no. Before we went, so do you think nice girls also finish last, or is it just a nice guy?
I think it's nice guys finish last because nice girls, niggas be up on that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit,
they like, you the one.
You the one.
Come on, Keisha.
Flower.
Come on.
Untouched.
Yeah. Did you say flower untouched? You say what you just said?
Baby, your petals all still together.
You silly.
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Whatever you want, how you want.
So that shows the difference right there. So if a nigga ain't trying to be like, I'll be whatever you want me to be, evidently something wrong with your rose.
Ooh, shut up. Don't do that.
I'm just speaking that truth. Something wrong with your rose because the nice girls.
Yeah, and the nice guys will do that for you.
Yeah.
It's a lot. We need to unpack this more because then, I know some women see that as a weakness in a man. When he be like, well, what you want? I'll do anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, child, sis, you take that and say, thank you. This is what I need. All right, Nero.
Have you ever dated a nice guy?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
A nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're a nice guy. I would put you in that category.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But no. Mm-mm. No.
What makes me a nice guy?
I've dated some niggas,
mm-hmm.
some real just stereotypical Detroit niggas. I dated some Lawrences, so good guys who thought they were good, but really were fuck boys.
Mm-hmm.
But I would put you in that category.
What makes me a nice guy?
I would say because you're transparent, you're honest, you're upfront, you're really compassionate, you care, you ask, you show up. I would say you show up. So I think that's the key characteristic in a nice guy. A nice guy shows up. Good, bad, or ugly. They're there to support compared to where Lawrence is, fuck boys. Other folks would be like, I got to work late. I'm on my way.
Okay.
That kind of drags you on. I think that's the first sign of a really nice guy that says, well, just your word's impeccable. Put it about that way. It's not even about showing up. Just when you say something, I never, in our relationship, remember having to second guess it. Compared to some other guys, I'm like, oh, he said this, but the trend shows this, but it's always that but at the end. But I think with nice guys, there's never a but.
Gotcha.
What he says is what he's going to be. He's a man of his word.
Hey. Look at that.
All right.
Girls, get a Nero.
What? Is that what you want the mug to say?
Get a Nero.
I'm going to get you a Nyambi.
Get you a Nero. Get you a Nyambi.
You silly.
We got some kitchen table talk.
Of course.
Okay. So
you want me to read?
Yeah.
Oh.
To submit your questions for Kitchen Table Talk, go to send us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. We got a couple of them, so I'll read the first one. You can read the second one.
Okay.
This one, the subject says, too much too soon. Hi, I need to ask a question to receive a male perspective. If a man and woman have been connecting on more than a friend's level for a month, is it too much to expect to see that person/guy every day, hear from them every day, and to have them in your bed every night?
Damn.
As well as want their phone passcodes?
Damn.
Please explain. Throw in a female perspective as well. And does age matters? College versus middle age, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you.
What does it mean connecting more than friends? Fucking?
Exactly. So there's friends and then there's fucking.
And then there's also the folks you do hang.
Yeah.
I think that's a clarification that need to be, but go ahead.
So what's the but? I'm assuming it's just fucking or assume fucking or trying to you fucking and you trying to get into a relationship type thing, or y'all fucking and y'all don't know what box to put this person in. But my simple answer is yes.
Oh,
it's too much too soon. Yes, you can't expect me if I only known you for a month and we just fucking and sucking and probably going to the movies and I'm taking you out to dinner once in a while.
The movies.
Yes. Okay. And we going to the movies. You getting a dinner movie out of me at 2 for $22 and we fucking.
And Dollaritas.
It's some good ass Dollaritas. Yes, it is too much to expect for you to see my ass every fucking day. Yes, it's too much for your ass to expect me to be in your bed every fucking night. Because I don't even know you like that.
Okay.
We just fucking. Hey, but I still don't know if you're a crazy psycho motherfucker.
All right, millennial love.
And then it is definitely too much for you to ask for my motherfucking phone passcode. Motherfucker, I don't know you.
Yeah.
So the thing is this, if you ain't exclusive with me for at least a year,
Yeah.
Don't be asking for no passcodes to nothing. And if you worry about
a year,
yes, and if you worry about, you still worry about that shit, and you feel like you can't trust me, until you have my phone codes and shit like that, so you can check my phone while I'm sleeping, everything else like that, motherfucker. The trust ain't that strong enough to be with my ass, and he ain't the one, and you ain't the one either.
No, let it go.
Let it go. So yes, I think that's too much too soon, and y'all moving fast. Yes, it is to expect someone to see a person every day when you just dating for I'm just saying dating, fucking, whatever you want to call it, for a month or so. Yeah, it's too much to see. It's too much to see that person every day.
Absolutely.
To be in that person's bed every night, to get phone passcodes.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it varies versus age or not. Like high school, middle age, college, old as hell.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Because a lot is going on. You still trying to figure out who you are around this person, and that person's still trying to figure out who they are around you. You still trying to figure out if you can get past some of their bad habits or some of the things that get on their fucking nerves. You still just trying to figure out a lot of things in this relationship. Y'all still trying to figure out if y'all just fucking, y'all fuck friends, or y'all fucking and y'all gonna lead into a relationship. So yes, it's too much to ask for all that stuff. Shit, any and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I agree too. I think 1 month is not good enough. I think that's why labels are important to me. I know we're in a society as millennials where we say, I don't like labels and brand, but I think situations like this help. So it's a lot easier to say, I'm your girlfriend. As your girlfriend, I need X, Y, and Z. But in this situation, what do you say? As your homie, lover, friend?
Right.
Fuck, one night stand? What do you?
Yeah, as your unofficial girlfriend.
Yeah, what do you say? So I think it's time, because it seems like you might have feelings for this person, to start having a conversation. And when I mean a conversation, I don't mean how many kids you're going to have, where you're going to build your house, but to say, are we exclusive, or are we moving to that direction of being exclusive? Just so you can know what's going on. Because if he's like, no, well, you need to get up out there too, sir. So you need to be finding different people and dating folks. So I think this is a signal that there's time to have a deeper conversation. So it seems like y'all want to go beyond the friends point. And maybe that's the conversation we have instead of why you not calling me every day. So that's that distraction again. So instead of saying, I'm really feeling you, I'm enjoying the time we're spending together, can we take it to the next level? Instead, you ain't calling me.
Right.
Is you coming over?
Let me get your passcode.
Why you looking? What you looking at on Facebook? Let me see. When you just want to be like, I like you.
Yeah.
Can we have a deeper conversation? So I really think that's what's the time for to do. So you won't go out to Cheesecake Factory, see him laid up with another girl or man or whatever, and be surprised, because as of now he has no commitment to
no commitment, no ties, no nothing. Hell is a month in.
Yeah, so I think after a month, it's okay to start having that conversation. You think that's too early to have a conversation about, what type of relationship are we in?
Yeah. I think a month you can have that conversation. Y'all fucking for a month, you'd have met the club, church, whatever, and y'all start fucking for the next month. Yeah. Let's say 3 times a week for the next month. Yeah, you can have a conversation. All right, we've been fucking. What's going on? I'm starting to catch feelings. Yeah. I need to figure out where I need to put your ass in this box or not. Like that. Yeah. Don't fuck with you. Just good D or good P.
So you won't catch too hard of a feelings, right? Because as time goes on, your feelings going to get stronger, deeper. It's easier to cut off 1 month than 6 months into a year. Yeah. When you keep playing these same games, and people treat you how you allow them to be treated.
Exactly.
So it's about time for you to start setting up some boundaries and expectations and boundaries when it comes to your relationship and interactions. And before you talk to him, I would encourage you to think to yourself, what do you truly want? So of course it's a group conversation, but you need to go in there clear-minded on what you really want from this relationship.
Exactly.
And not be persuaded. Because if you got yourself a Lawrence or a smooth cat daddy, he might try to say some cat daddy slick shit, and you have to be firm in your word and mean what you say and say what you mean.
Exactly.
So I think it's time for you to think about, is this person someone you could grow with?
I'll just have to let you know. We've been in it for a month, and you asked me for my phone passcode. You're getting a good swerve.
That's ticky. You
are getting swerved, and your ass might get ghosted.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think it depends how you ask.
Yeah. Maybe. Let me get your passcode. Hey,
what?
Ghosted.
No, the way Equifax going? All these hacks. Is you trying to hack me?
Can't get shit from me.
Yeah, so let us know what goes on with that. But yeah, I think it's too early. But I think the bigger conversation is what's the next step you want to take?
Yeah.
And then with that next step, I think these other things come, right? So then you set the boundaries on how much you communicate as a couple. You know, if you have conversations about past codes and who's sleeping with who and where, those are questions you can rightfully ask when you're in a relationship. But before you're in an official relationship, you necessarily don't have the right to ask that.
Yeah. Exactly. What's the next email?
Alrighty. The next email says, we got an email from, the subject line is colorism in dating. It says, hey, Niram and Nyambi, after listening to your podcast with Ben and Kara, I tuned into Millennial. Kara. Oh, damn, I did it like you. I tuned into Millennial Love Podcast. A recent podcast titled Still Nigga, where they address colorism in the Black community, got me thinking about a question I want to ask. As I previously told you, I'm a single mom of 2 children. They have different fathers. My 8-year-old daughter father seems to have a type, light-skinned women or Latino women. He is a dark brown complexion, so so is the majority of his family, including his mother, brother, and 3 sisters, and our daughter look exactly like him. I would say my complexion is that of Sanaa Latham. While we have a great co-parenting relationship now, after our relationship ended years ago, I found out he has a type, and I've always had an issue with it. My mother is beautiful, dark chocolate woman, and she told me my biological father, who I've never met or seen a picture of, was Puerto Rican and Black, light-skinned, and I favor him. People often ask me if I'm Dominican, and since I don't know the father who raised me, wasn't my biological father until he told me at the age of 16, I always identified as Black and still do. I date men of all complexions, and both my children are darker than me, and I will always encourage them to never feel that their skin tone matters, despite how my family treated me or my cousins, teased me for being lighter and thinking I was better. I was just woke and educated. Complexion ain't have shit to do with it. I digress. I know that's right. I know women who seek out men so they can have light-skinned babies with good hair, and all the red bone sisters out there with 4C hair probably thinking they trying it. Exactly. It's a lot of light-skinned girls with some 4C hair. I don't know what folks be thinking. I will straight shut it down if I feel like I'm being sought out because I am lighter skinned. Because if we birth a dark daughter, then what? How you gonna help my baby know her worth as a Black woman in this world of any complexion? Why in 2017 is this still an issue when dating? Do you feel that dating a person who is hung up on complexion is a red flag? I started this email with the intention of keeping it short, but this is a pet piece of mine, and it sickens me that men and women still do this. I can understand preferences, but it often goes beyond that to being a requirement, and it's crazy. Your sis, peace, love, and Black everything. All right. That's our sis. I love her. Mm-hmm. Anderson's amazing.
Yes.
All right, Niram, what you think? So this is about colorism, and I want to get back to the major question. So why do we think it's still an issue in dating in 2017? Do you feel dating a person who is hung up on complexion is a red flag? Hell fucking yeah. You know, where we from, we say color struck.
Yeah. Because niggas acting like it's the 80s.
The 80s? Niggas, what you mean? You mean the 1400s? Colorism been going on since the beginning of time.
Since slavery.
Come on, since slavery. Come on, before that.
I think it goes down to like the foundation of self-love and self-hate. And like the people, you know, having these thoughts or notions that I need a light-skinned woman or a light-skinned woman is pretty or things of that sort. I also think it's fetish. Like, it's a fetish. Like, I think people are fetishizing, you know, a light-skinned woman with 4C and things of that sort.
You said with 4C girls.
Yeah. I think niggas do. I think niggas fetishize it.
What is the fetish? What is this fantasy?
I want me a good old Sanaa Latham.
Shut up. Girl. This is what kids.
So I can have that 4C hair. We're going to have good hair. We're going to have them good hair babies. You know how people be, I can't wait to have a light-skinned man so we can have baby with good hair. Like, what the fuck is good hair? Yeah. Like, it's just types of hair.
Yeah. Child, good hair is clean hair.
Exactly. And good hair is healthy hair.
Yeah, come on. Shit. All the 3 C's ain't healthy.
But I think, yes, it is a problem. And if a nigga is hung up on that shit, like, you know, I'm just with you because you light skinned, yeah, it's definitely a red flag. Get the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm. But why is it? Because of racism, white supremacy.
Systematic. It's systematic.
Yeah. Because it goes back to slavery and the light skinned niggas being in the house and house niggas, and the lightest of the light became the bed wenches and things of that sort. So the master treated the light skinned slaves better than the dark skinned slaves. So that's what to go back to it. Then it just became evolutionary where black folks just fetishize or idolize these light skinned people because they think it's a sign that the master gonna treat them better.
You closer to
the white man than
you are to the black man. Yeah. I think it's subconscious as well. But also, I want to be clear: this is not just something that happens in the black and this is across all cultures. Colorism exists in all cultures: black, white, Asian, Latino. All cultures play with this, right? Even the white folks. Like, so the white people strove to be more alabaster, right? Or like the Asian folks, they want to be more alabaster because that shows you don't have to necessarily work outside, work in the fields, right? Because the darker you are, it's related to like your work and labor that you did. So this idea of colorism isn't just an issue that we're having. It's everyone across the board, but I do think it's systematic, and it's something that we have to start with the education about self-love and self-care, like you're doing with your kids, because our old asses, it's too late.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing.
It's too late for our generation. With the babies, we can help.
Yeah, I think that's what it really comes down to is like helping your kids understand like that shit don't matter, but for these old-ass niggas out here, 40, 50, you got to let them go. You got to let them go like the
they still in Spike B movie Jigaboos and Wannabes, honey. They still.
Not Jigaboos and Wannabes.
They still on that. I was like, these niggas still thinking that Jigaboos and Wannabes.
Yeah, and I think it really came back up when Kodak Black stupid ass was talking about I want me a red bone. Listen, this nigga look like a booger wooger.
A booger wooger.
Like looking like the fucking boogeyman.
He is. That's why I associate booger woogers with descendants of the boogeyman.
This nigga looking like a boogeyman. Talking about he
looking like a boogeyman.
Talking about he want a light skinned goddess with 4C hair.
Shut up. He should be happy any woman want him. You talking about he got that's the conversation I was talking about before of standards and expectations. You need to adjust it. Your standard should be I would just like a woman. Period.
Yeah, but I think it goes back to uniqueness too, because even though we make jokes about the niggas with funny looking eyes and shit like that, but it also is women like that their type is that I want me a funny looking guy.
Kodak
good.
Black?
No.
He's very funny looking.
He is funny looking, but exotic. Light skin, wavy hair, hazel, blue eyes.
Well, in a minute, we all gonna be looking like that.
Exactly. Let him have two different color eyes, bitches be all over him.
Did you say two? One brown, one blue? Shut up. Not like a German Shepherd or them dogs, some husky dogs.
The more exotic, the better. This nigga got a hazel eye and a green.
Shut up.
Chicks all over his ass.
Or niggas looking like Groot. Come on. Y'all know y'all love a Groot. I know y'all be loving Groot. They do love Groot.
But yeah, I definitely think there's no problem with having a preference. But when a nigga start fetishizing over this shot,
yes,
because for me, beauty is an eye beholder.
Yeah,
and I've dated light, dark, medium, caramel macchiato.
Oh, not
all the beauty
flavors.
Yeah, hell, beauty is beauty.
Cinnamon.
Shit, if you fine,
fine.
Hell, you fine.
Yeah.
Ain't no period to it. Ain't you fine for a dark skinned girl? You fine like for a light skinned girl? Like girl, you fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. Shit. Yeah, and I do think that's what we gotta help the children with and help them navigate through. I think they're our best bet.
Yeah.
And having parents like you and other people in the community who's constantly preaching that. Because, we think about our generation, we got our aunts, uncles, and grandparents, and that ain't what they was preaching.
No, they was preaching get a light-skinned nigga.
Well, no, my family wasn't saying all that, but it was colorism. So it was never colorism about... See, my family was opposite. So it was never colorism about dating. So they really didn't care who you were. It was never like get a light-skinned, dark-skinned man. But it's colorism on like behavior. So, I think they always teach, was on the Breakfast Club to say DJ Envy is like a waffle color nigga. He always sensitive in his feelings.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was more the stereotype my family had. So light-skinned people, y'all weak or like, not persistent.
Yeah.
scared. You know, that type of, well, compared to dark skin folks, you're a little bit more resistant for the cause. You know that. So I think those are the stereotypes that I had to necessarily work through with my family. But not dating. They would just say, oh, you date now, waffle color nigga. Oh, soft ass.
Well, you know, they be talking shit. I used to slap light-skinned niggas when I was younger to make them red. Turn them red and make them cry. I used to hear my uncle. That's what my uncles used to say. What? Oh, light-skinned nigga. I used to slap light-skinned niggas and make them red and cry when I was younger.
Make them red and cry.
So they just soft and they bitch made.
Yeah.
Now, for real. That's what my uncle be like. Them light-skinned niggas bitch made.
Yeah. And I mean, the dark-skinned ones, you know, I don't know that because most of us is brown-skinned, dark-skinned, so no telling what they told about us.
Exactly.
So they said probably we was hardcore crazy, you know.
You know, this is still a tool for the enemy.
Yeah,
the white man is still trying to divide us.
Absolutely.
And have
that's
niggas
where it comes
fetishize
to.
Over all this shit.
Yeah, and plot us against each other. Because we all are still, just like Jay-Z says, still a nigga.
We still a nigga. One drop rule. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, but so I think that's just different between me. It was more of that type of thing, but it was never you didn't belong to the community. So I think this dating thing is still different because it excludes people. Like we ain't necessarily exclude you. We might play the dozens of you, but we ain't exclude you.
Yeah,
but I guess it ain't right to talk about folks either. Again, it's systematic, and I think our hope is the babies and continuous care and love and pictures and showing them. That's what we got to work through, and it's bullshit. Yeah. Anything else, Nero?
No, that's not it. More power to you, sis. Yeah. Pro-black everything.
I agree.
Peace and love to
all
you.
colors of black, the rainbow.
Exactly. I hope you don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Niggas out here fetishizing.
Yeah.
Because you got to annihilate the complexion.
Yeah. You know, she does have beautiful skin. You know, black folks just got beautiful skin.
Exactly.
And now Rihanna got that highlighter for us.
What's it called? Truffle way?
Yeah, we just be walking around glittering this whole winter. just bouncing off light, right? Just reflecting light.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on and popping.
Alrighty. That was a good episode.
It was.
Alrighty.
Close us out, Nero.
Yeah. So to submit a Black Love Story, go to blacklovematters.com/love story to submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk. Shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com to leave us a comment about anything we talked about during this episode. Go to blacklovematters.com. Write it on the blog, or you can do it on SoundCloud, or you can leave us that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. Talk to you guys later, and remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.